Hey everybody, welcome to the midweek update, and we're going to continue our discussion today on common catchphrases. If you remember last week we talked about business as usual, had a lot of fun, a lot of great feedback on that one, and today as promised I wanted to talk about at the end of the day. And then there's another one that I actually had a suggestion on, which we'll get to in just a few minutes. But I actually found a poll online, and I want to read you the results of this poll. The phrase "at the end of the day" is uttered at least 3 times each day in the workplace. It was the #1 most used catchphrase in the office, followed by "what goes around comes around," and "it's not rocket science." Thinking outside the box was 4th, and this was from a poll of 3,000 people. So basically what this means is, once everything else has been taken into consideration, or maybe it's something you say, or before you say what you really believe to be the most important fact of that particular situation. But let me read you what this author thought was pretty funny in some new ways, instead of using "at the end of the day," what to replace it with. So in a domestic situation, when the Pop-Tart's out of the toaster, I like that one. In a legal setting, when all appeals are exhausted and all clients are broke. Think about that. What if your attorney said that instead of "at the end of the day"? I thought it'd be pretty funny. But what I think what it really comes down to, guys, is at the end of the day is a way of saying that I don't have anything else to say. I'm trying to prove my point, and I don't really have anything else intelligent to say, so I'm going to throw in "at the end of the day" to kind of finalize it. And that way, it's just over. But the reality is, guys, at the end of the day, we're probably just tired. We're probably thirsty and in need of a glass of wine or a cold beer, and perhaps we'll think about using something else before we banter our coworkers and friends and family with "at the end of the day." So have some fun with that. I thought it was a great way. Now, I had a great suggestion from actually one of our realestate.com agents in Utah, and he wanted me to talk about "it is what it is," and I thought that was a great one to discuss as well. So let's think about "it is what it is." But what is it? That's the question. It is what it is, but what is it? And I found some great analogies with this, mostly how it's used in the world of sports. And "it is what it is" has replaced more common catchphrases like giving 110%, and "one game at a time." Don't worry, it's all good, right? So "it is what it is becoming more commonplace than some of those. But if you really think about it, when you say "it is what it is," it's really the last attempt to grasp a situation where you've kind of lost all hope. You know what I mean? It's the bank's not going to approve the short sale. It is what it is. My buyer decided that he can't move with this property because the physical inspection just wasn't up to snuff. Well, it is what it is. Or maybe at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Ultimately, guys, I think it's just a way of throwing up our hands and saying, to heck with it, right? Screw it. It is what it is. So the next time you're in a situation with a client or maybe another agent or a colleague, think twice before you use phrases like "business as usual," "it is what it is," or "at the end of the day." What are some more other creative ways you can come up with getting your point across and maybe sounding a little bit more intelligent? So we'll have some more fun with this in the coming weeks, guys. Hope you enjoy it. So if you've got other ones you want to talk about, let's do that. Send them to me. I'll put them up on the video here, and we can play around with it, hopefully learn something, as I mentioned, and put it into context with our real estate practice. And really it comes down to how do we treat people, how do we want to be treated, what are the expectations, and how do we hold ourselves accountable for some of these things we do and say every day. And as the broker, that's what's most important. What are you doing and saying every single day out there to your customers, and how is that going to reflect on you, on me, and on our company? So keep that in mind. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk soon. Take care.